channel. Thank you so much for returning and for tuning in. For today, I have this look for you. Isn't it stunning? Like, it's very neutral, very pretty, but then it hits you, bam, with this beautiful bold lip. So I'm very happy to be bringing to you a more neutral, more wearable look. And of course, I chose this very, very pretty pink, but you can pair it with a red, you can pair it with a more peachy, orange, coral, any bold color, just different outside of your comfort zone would look beautiful and stunning, just like this lip color does. So feel free to bend it and make it work to your liking. But if you want to see exactly what products I used and how I achieved this look, please stay tuned. Enjoy! Okay, so as you can see, I have already started. I have put down some concealer on my eyes to start the base, and I have already done my eyebrows. Now I have applied some moisturizer on my lips, and for that I am using the Vaseline lip balm. And yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but my skin has just been awful lately. I started breaking out down here, and then right now I'm breaking out up here. I started getting this cleared up, and then now I think since I've been back at trying to exercise on a daily basis, my forehead has not been appreciating the sweat. I guess, I don't know, that it had never like happened to me like all of a sudden here. So yeah, so just excuse that. I'm going to try to work around that. But yeah, so I'm gonna start with my eyeshadow. I will be using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 1. It looks like this. And I'm just gonna go very neutral on the eyes. And I would recommend that you use whatever tones like work best for you. Some tones on the palette are deeper than others. They're all very neutral, but some are just, it just depends on your skin tone. You know, since I'm very fair, or more on the fair side, I want to stick to like a neutral brown, not too orangey, not too orange, and not too dark. Just because I want my lips, my lips to be the focus of my makeup. So I'm gonna go with these upper shades that are here, and I'm just gonna work and see, you know, usually I start with a shade, and then I end up, you know, just adding, I start with 2 shades and I end up with like 5 shades on my eyelid. So we'll just see where we go. And remember that the first color that you put, you want to take it as high as you can, because the point is for you to apply the other colors that come after, you know, to start lowering until, you know, you get as low as you want to go with your blending. But the higher you go, the more room you get for like a better blended effect. You know, like a blown out color. So that is very important. And on my inner corner, it's gonna be like a very neutral, like a very light skin tone color. So you don't have to drag it out here unless you want to do more of a cut crease, but I'm not going to. Mine's gonna be very more blended together. So once I have that, I'm gonna go with the shade darker, which is right next to that one, and I'm gonna apply that one a little bit lower. And I'm using the same brush, okay? I'm not gonna change brushes today that often. And the reason for that is that I also, not only because, let's be honest, ain't nobody got time to be washing, you know, 50 million brushes, but it's possible. Like if you're gonna stay in the same range of family colors in the family, there's no point in you using 5 brushes, you know. Like I said, I've had these this MAC 217s. There was a point where those are the only brushes I had, and I did my full eye makeup with just that one brush. So you can make it happen. Okay, now that we have that other color down, I'm gonna go with one of the shades that's deeper, and just to smoke out or darken up the crease. And that one I'm gonna try to stay as close as I can to this outer corner and lower. Excuse my puppy, I think somebody's here. But okay, see, and I know maybe on the camera you can't really appreciate the difference, but like I said, you do what works for your skin color and what you want that ultimate effect to be. So I'm just gonna take a little dab of that dark color, and I'm going to carefully apply on the outer, and okay, that's it, that's all. Okay, and then with a flat brush, just to have a little bit more control, I'm going to put in that like a lighter shade that I was telling you on the inner corner, the inner part of the eye, and then I'm going to drag it and blend it in with the brown shade and kind of blow it up some. Okay. And then you can also use some of that Okay, I'm going to do my other eye and then I'll be back. Alright, so we have both eyes done. I started applying my base, my foundation, and I wanted to show you something new that I'm doing with my concealer. So I had, in a previous video, I had done my makeup with using this concealer, and I don't know if you can see it. Focus, please. Okay, I had used this concealer by Benefit, and I like it. It's not that I don't like it, I just feel like it's not thick enough for my liking. And so I don't like it by itself, but I don't know how one day I was just doing my makeup and I don't know what got in me, and I decided to try to mix it with this one, with the Fenty Beauty one, and I really like how it looks. I think that the maybe what I like about it is that this Fenty Beauty one is the correct consistency. So I like it for that reason, and the shade is like perfect for my color. So of course that's a plus. But this one by itself, it's too thin, but the color is very light. Like it's a shade, a slight shade lighter than my complexion. So it gives me that highlighted effect that that you want sometimes. So I figured that if I mix it, it might be a good combo, and I really like how it looks. So I'm going to do it for this occasion, just so you guys can see how I apply it. And I like the way that it looks, but I don't have like a little a plate to like mix the colors. So my technique, what I do is that since I like the way this applies, like the consistency of it, I do 3 of these on the bottom of my eye, and I do the same on the other side. Okay, and on my eye with this concealer, I just apply 2 like so. And of course, if you would want, I mean, it's my shade. I'm not gonna say it's not my shade, because it's, you see, it's a whatever minimal colored shade like difference. So it's still around my color, but it's ever so lighter. So to me it makes a little difference, and I already purchased the product. I'm not gonna just let it go to waste. And it's not that I hate it, it doesn't crease or anything like that. It's just that I have to apply more of it whenever I put it by itself. That's the issue. So that way it doesn't go to waste, and I still get to use it. I'm just gonna apply. I decided that I'm gonna apply it like that. So I decided that I was gonna show you guys. I was about to apply it off camera, but I thought that it would be good for me to show you guys, since that's something new that I've been doing. And for my foundation, I did use a Fenty Beauty. As you can see, it doesn't look as full coverage as my other foundations have looked before on my face, and that's the reason. Like I really like this color for that reason. I really like that foundation for that reason, because it looks like skin, like, it looks very nice, and it's a good shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and now I think I have shown before that I use this Real Techniques. It's like a fuzzy a sponge to apply dry makeup, but I had been using it dry, like just as when it dries up from the air. I had been using it with that, but I found that when I was applying it dry, that it kind of like caked on the powder, and it didn't apply evenly. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it just didn't apply evenly. So I tried wetting it, and I really like how better it applies the makeup, especially under the eyes. I feel like it's not as cakey, and it applies way better. So I like it for that reason. And since I do my eyeshadow, since I've been doing my eyeshadow first lately, so what I do is that I just set heavily on the areas that, you know, that I've mentioned before that are most problematic for me. And then then what I do is that with whatever that I have left, and just whatever little more that I feel like I need, I'll just go in with the fluffy brush, and right away I set my face. And I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, lie to you. I did apply the foundation on my face, but it didn't do such a good job concealing. So you can always, like, I'm not gonna touch it directly with my makeup because it defeats the purpose, like with the applicator, because it defeats the purpose of trying to stay sanitized. So I'm just gonna hit it with a little bit more concealer, and then I'll try to blend it out like so. But yeah, I would highly recommend that if you have acne, like especially like a breakout like that, which is most probably is due to that it's not all over your face, it's due to like sweat or something that you have put on your forehead, like a sweatband or something like that. That's probably the issue. And so you don't want to, since it has more like a hygiene, it's more like a hygiene problem because of your sweat or whatever, then you don't want to touch the applicator of your makeup directly on the affected part. So it is important for you to you know, use either your fingers or, you know, not apply it directly with the applicator. But you know, your brushes and all that you can wash afterwards, so that's not such a big a deal. But your makeup applicator, it's not like you're gonna throw it away just because you know, touched the affected area. So anyway, so I wanted to show you how I did my concealer. You see it looks very nice, very even, and I like it and that way. And I really like how it applies. It's not too dry, it's not too cakey, and it doesn't like slide off as easily. So it's a really good combination. I'm not gonna lie. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the eyes. To finish the eyes, I kind of I kind of smoked out. I'm gonna smoke out the bottom, and I am gonna use like a more a darker for the bottom, but I'm just kind of freehand it because I do want a very smoky, like blown out effect. And the beautiful thing about these brushes, like this type of brush, with this shape, it kind of does the work for you. You're just applying it. If you can see how it applies it heavy on the inside and then it slowly by itself, it's because of the tapered, of how the brush is shaped. The bristles on the brush, they do the work for you. So that's the beautiful part about this brush, right? That it kind of like does the blending effect for you. Of course, if you want to keep it more, you know, to the line, to the waterline, close to the waterline, then I would recommend a smaller, like a thinner, maybe flat brush. But like I said, I did want to go for like the very blown out smoky effect in my eye. So that's why I'm just using this brush. Okay. And for the waterline, I'm gonna use this Makeup Kohl Eye Kohl by MAC, and it's in the shade Teddy, and it just looks like this. And it's very pretty. This eye pencil is very pretty. It has like a slight sheen to it. So it's brown, but if you look at it from like an angle, you will see that it has like a coppery tone to it. So it's very pretty, very, very pretty. And of course, if you have like colored eyes, it's very pretty. If you have brown eyes, it makes it stand out more. So it's very convenient for any color eyes. It's very pretty, and it is a softer look to you know, versus the black. You know, the black makes your eye look harsher. So with that light brown, with that brown color, it kind of makes it look a little bit more subtle, subtle darkness. So I'm going to get off camera. I'm going to finish my eyes, eyelashes, eyeliner, and then I'll come back and I'll finish with my blush and contour. Okay, so now that I have eyelashes on, by the way, I have been using like normal, you know, to go out and stuff. I have been using new eyelashes, and so I've been using lately these eyelashes from Batty B, and they're the newest synthetic line that she came out with, and these are in baby doll. If I can focus, baby doll. And I like them because they're just like perfect. They're not too simple, and they're not too exaggerative. So I really like them, and I like the way they look with this eye look. I did do my eyeliner a little on the thicker side this time around. So that's what I'm wearing as far as my eyelashes go. And of course, I applied mascara a little bit on top, a lot on the bottom. I really like, you know, I'm all for that. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna shape my face with a little bit of contour, and I'm gonna be using the Hoola like always, and I'm just going to be shaping a little bit, just to kind of like more to bronze up and warm up the face, to kind of, you know, warm up your, and kind of match and blend in with the eyeshadow look that you have going on. And yeah, just to add a little bit more color. So then I'm going to be going in with the blush, but again, I'm trying to stay on more of a warmer, on the warmer side on the tones, just to kind of like, you know, blend in the upper part of the face, and just put like a more neutral. And I really don't want definition. I want more like of a just warmth, you know, just color and shades to the face. So I don't care if it's not sharp down here or not. That's not what I'm going for. And And then I'm just gonna apply some, nothing too much, just to give some definition. Okay, and then like I said, I don't want anything too pink, too orange, or anything like that for the face, for the cheeks to be specific. So for that reason, I'm gonna be going in with my latest find, which is the Tarte blush in Feisty, and I want to use it because as I have told you guys before, it is like a little on the pink side, but it's not pinky like granny pink. It's a more neutral rosy side. So I just think it applies very well on my skin tone. It doesn't look too dark, it doesn't look too pink. It just gives that kiss of color on the cheek, which I really like. It's not like a Pepto Barbie pink, you know, it's just like a little bit of color. And I'm gonna take that on the forehead a little bit, temples, just to give just that blended. You see how it looks like, you know, like somebody spray painted and just hit you kind of on all the right places. So that's what I'm going for, because like I said, I want this to be pretty but more neutral, a more nude color, and then I want my lips to be the bold effect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set my makeup so I can put some highlight, and then I'll put the star of the show. Okay. All right, and for highlight, okay, now for highlight, I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie collab with the highlight color in Fuego, and I'm just going to be, oh my gosh, this is a pretty highlighter too, really pretty. And right now, since my skin here is not looking so hot, I'm gonna avoid to make that pop up even more and avoid applying the highlight on that. So I'm just gonna apply it over here, like on the upper part of my brow. And if you want to go a little heavy on the cheeks, just so people are not looking at this, I wouldn't blame you, okay? Alright, so then now that we have that, the star of the show is, of course, this beautiful liquid lipstick by Fenty Beauty, and it is in the color Unlocked. So I'm really excited to try this out. I have two other colors that I purchased from Sephora that came with this in this package when I received this one, and it's the same from Fenty Beauty. So I'm so excited to be using these new babies. So let's see what the color looks like applied. Ooh, it's pretty. And that is the final look. Yes, very beautiful neutral brown eye with this bold, beautiful, stunning lip color. And like I said at the beginning of the video, you can pair this look. It's so versatile. Like, this eye makeup is so versatile. You could use a red lip, you could use an orange, more peach color, you can use a nude color if you want to go more subtle for your job or whatever it is that you want to use it for. You can use this look to go to work and then just change the lip color, be a little bit more on the nude side, and then after work, bam, you change it up, and you can pop on a hot pink, you can pop on a red lip color, and it'll change the look completely. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for tuning in, for watching this video. I want to remind you to please like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and please share this video with your loved ones. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. I can't thank you enough, and please stay safe and stay blessed.